All right, we should be online and live. Welcome everybody to the special Tuesday night show. We're gonna start the show in a second. Just getting everything set here. And make sure you are on. There's my alarm. Dad, you okay? You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Jesse, you okay? You ready to go?
Sure.
All right, you boys, Ian, JD, you guys ready to go?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, let me push the record on the audio. Audio is recording. Sure this is up. All right, here we go. All right, in 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Tuesday night, and it is 8:30 p.m., which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have Shorty Nits manning the phones, and please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Jazz427.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Mega Moth on Geocaching Podcast.
Wait, hold on. Do that one more time, Chad.
Say howdy, y'all. Welcome to Mega Moth on Geocaching Podcast.
There you go. That's right. Today's episode is episode 571, recorded live on Tuesday, July 9th, not July 10th, 2019. And it is the Mega Month, talking about to the guys from the Midwest Geobash. Guys, the phone lines are open. So you want to talk to these guys, you give us a call. That is 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. You want to talk to guys who work for the Midwest Geobash. You have a question for them, comment for them, give us a call, 808-468-7924. But first, Chad, before we get into the show, we got to talk about, get a cute little ancillaries out of the way here. Let's talk Patreon. Guys, costs a lot of money to make this podcast work. We can really use your guys' help. There's so much good stuff on the other side. The inner circle. We've got audio. We've got video. I've given like an audio and a video just this week alone. I've got another a video in the can waiting to go live. There's a ton of stuff we got for you guys coming up. So give everything you can. We appreciate it. Patreon.com, patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
All right. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Write-in-the-Rain paper. The logbook is designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards hider who would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers, written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com. That's ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products for all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray. All are great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And finally, by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And as always, you can find links to our sponsors in every single show notes that we ever have. So please visit our sponsors. Moving right along, Jesse, news. We got some news. Jesse, we have an interesting story from this weekend. Was it the weekend? I think it was over the weekend.
No, you know what it was? 4th of July. during the fireworks.
You're right, during the fire.
Right.
Tell the story, Jess.
So our local reviewer thinks it's funny to push caches live during, events that most people probably wouldn't be caching, like during the Super Bowl, during a freak thunderstorm, during the fireworks on the 4th of July. So Scott and I
Sounds
had
like
actually,
an awesome reviewer.
I know he is actually, he's pretty funny. It worked. Hey, it worked in our favor this time. So we had been out caching all day on the 4th. And so by the time the fireworks rolled around, we were exhausted. We were home, like showered in pajamas, sitting on the couch. Sure enough, caches start going live. We're like, oh, there's one 6 miles away during the fireworks. Let's go. So we hop in the car, head over there. We get there. It takes like 20 minutes to get there. We start walking towards the cache and we see a couple cachers that we know walking the other way. So there's 4 of us in total. We're searching and it's like a low rock wall with all these little cubby holes. And, we pull out a couple rocks and look, don't find it. Finally, after about 15 minutes, one of the other guys pulls out this container that was covered in mud, opens it up, and there's like a couple little plastic toys inside and a logbook that is soaking wet, just a log sheet, just a piece of paper. It's soaking wet. We're looking at each other going, well, this doesn't look like it's brand new. This is like obviously been here for a really long time.
It was weathered in.
Very weathered in, right? We're like, well, this is, this is the cache. The logbook is blank. So we sign it and, say goodbye and start walking away. And then all of a sudden the guy starts yelling, Scott, I don't feel right about that. So we turn back around. He's like, I don't feel right. I don't think that's the container. I read the description. It says it's a bison tube. We're like, okay. Yeah. So we keep looking and looking and looking. 10 minutes later, we're still looking. And finally, I spot this tiny little shiny green shoved way back in one of the crevices of the rock. I pull it out. Sure enough, that's the brand new.
There's the cache.
Brand new cache. So we actually FTF'd 2 caches at the same spot.
I don't know what happened. That one never went live. It was a cache that just.
Well, it could have been an old archive cache at the location.
No, I know the location. It's my own home.
There had been a cache there previously. That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. So somebody might have put one there, not knowing there was already one there, and then went, "Oh, I'm not going to get it." It's one of those abandoned caches. Mm-hmm. I assume.
I've never done that.
Right. I have too much trash out there. Especially if it's in the woods, forget about it.
No, I've had one miles in the woods and it was too close to one of the stages of a multi, and it's like,
nope.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be left hanging in the trees. I actually told a couple buddies that were going out for the multi, it's like, look, if you want to go grab a container, here's a container.
Of course, yes. Yeah. The old I didn't know there was a puzzle final, 200 feet away kind of cache,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was our story for the 4th. We actually got an FTF. 2 of them, actually, but one of them didn't count. We got some email. Well, we got a load of email here, Chad. So
I got mail. Yay! I got mail.
Load of mail today. So we got mail from Jim from Practical Geocaching, one of our sponsors of our show. He says, "Hello, friends. I had received a virtual 2.0 cache award in a lottery last month and have spent a bit of time deciding on a location and getting it together. The cache published today, and I just want to let people know, the cache is GC891KK. I know one of you was looking that up. Where is it? Tell me where
it's at Western Kentucky University.
Oh, you're kidding.
That's what WKU is. Guthrie Bell Tower.
Uh-huh.
Isn't there a cache there already, Jess? Didn't we find a cache there?
Yeah, there's
a virtual in the eatery.
There was a virtual there. I don't know if it's still there. Yeah. But yes, I wonder.
Other virtual out there in the world. Sent us a voicemail that didn't work last week, Chad.
What's that?
Sorry, Indiana Daryl sent us a voicemail about the cemetery cache. Mm-hmm. In Burke's Rec area in Kentucky. And remember I told you he sent us a voicemail and it didn't work. He was all choppy and all that.
Yep.
So he says, sorry about the bad cell phone voicemail message. I should have known better than to try and call it work. Well, that's what you get. I listened to your podcast on my drive to and from work, and I didn't want to forget to respond about the parking lot cemetery you were asking about. I found the virtual while attending Geo Woodstock in Cincinnati last year. I had a plan. I had a plan of getting a bunch of icons in a day. I don't remember if it was 10 or 11 with the Giga. In order to do that, I drove to Louisville and attended an event at midnight and then cached around the Louisville area, picking up as many icons as I could before CETO at 7 a.m. I did Burke's Rest area in the wee hours of the morning. Ugh. Jesse, would you want to be there in the wee hours of the morning?
No, thank you.
Remember that creepy baby statue they had there?
Yes.
Do you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy.
That was such a weird one.
I did Burke's Rest area in wee hours of the morning. It was a little frightening doing this one in the dark. I wasn't sure what I was going to walk up to in that little hidden cemetery. My cache log says I logged it at 2:24 a.m. I only ended up with 7 icons that day. It should have been 8, but the Giga had to be logged on the 27th to get the icon for some reason. I DNF'd the letterbox and the webcam I targeted in Louisville, and it wasn't refreshing, so I skipped the CETO and drove back to Cincinnati to catch a nap before the Giga. DNF'd a letterbox and the webcam. Was there a webcam in Louisville, Beb? Did we get a webcam?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I poo-pooed going down there for the webcam and that night event.
He says, a quick comment about Logworks. That's our sponsor of the show there. I just ordered a few preforms with the fantastic logbooks and have to say that I'm pretty impressed with them. I used one to replace one of my first hides, but now I'm concerned that someone might steal the cache and logbook because it is such a quality product. Thanks, Daryl. So plugged there. Thanks for the show, Indiana Daryl. Thank you, sir. Yes, they are. I actually have. I hid one just the other day. I hid one of our Logworks caches. I've actually hidden 2. Remember, I hid one in Jess. Remember, I hid one that day we played hooky.
Oh yes, totally.
Next up from Acme Wild Cachers. Jesse, we're getting scolded on this one. I'm behind in all my podcasts due to my Switzerland trip, so I just listened to episode 586 on logging etiquette. 586. What are we on now? Anyone know what we're on now? We're on
641, I think.
641, and he's at 586. What are we on here? No, we're at 571. Wait, how?
Wait.
571.
Math doesn't work.
571. I don't do math.
I don't do math either, but that doesn't work at all. Okay, I know we did one on logging etiquette. Well, how long ago was that? I am slightly offended you guys couldn't remember my caching name, but I appreciated hearing the shout out for getting the FTF on Jesse's webcam at Wrigley after so many years. Yes, Carson came in from Wisconsin and he got our cache in front of our house, and then he went and got Jesse's virtual at Wrigley Field.
It's usually the other way. I can usually remember the person's caching name and not their real name.
Right.
But yeah.
Yes. Switzerland was pretty great. Caching was not the main focus, but I still found 29 in Switzerland, 4 in Liechtenstein. Just did I say that right?
Good attempt.
We'll
let it slide.
And most importantly, 1 in Italy. You may remember from the Patron Friday Night Roundtable several months ago. Hey, heads up to the Patron there. There you go. That my wife and I went there in 2010, more than 4 years after we started caching, and didn't even attempt to find a cache. Shame on you, Acme Wild Cachers. I was thrilled to finally fix that mistake. Now, if I can just find the time to get back to Hawaii. Yeah, well, everybody's got that where they went on vacation before they cashed. And Thanks from Carson, Acme Wild Cachers. Carson, thank you so much. Chad's been all over the world, if it makes you feel any better, and he's didn't get to a ton of places.
Haven't been to Liechtenstein.
Never been to Liechtenstein?
No. I've been to Switzerland, and I've been to Austria and Italy and Germany, all kind of surrounding it.
Right.
Yeah, not only cached in Germany. So it was only last one that I was in Germany that I cached over in Europe.
Okay. All right. Well,
unless you count Turkey, but I was in Asia part of Turkey.
Nobody counts Turkey. All right, guys. So we're moving on to the show tonight, guys. We have got 2 people from the Midwest Geobash here to talk to us tonight because it is Mega Month this month. So we are talking about the Midwest Geobash. Boys, we have Shaved Ewok with us, and we have On a Boat with us. Hello, boys. How are you tonight?
Lovely. How are you?
We are very well. So, first of all, how long has this mega been going on for?
This is our 15th year. So it's a big year for us. Yeah. Milestone year.
That is a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's
a lot. Yeah.
And this is one of those where it's the same place every year, correct?
Yeah. So ever since 2009, it's been in the same place every year since 2009. For the first few years, it did move around, but as the event kept growing, we had to find a kind of a permanent home that could fit everybody. And now we've been in Ohio ever since. So
okay. And Chad, you've never been there, correct?
I've not. I've been to Ohio. I haven't been to the Midwest Geobash yet.
And I have not. I'm going actually this year for my first time. Jesse has been to it many, many times.
I have been to 4 of the last 5.
4 of the last 5. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Right? Yep. And you're going this year, so this will be your 5th year.
This will be my 5th. Yep.
You know, I don't even think I've logged a Willow tent on that. I should do that.
Oh, yeah, you might want to. Don't worry, I registered you. I did.
You did. Okay, you did. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I didn't log your will attend, but I registered.
You're right.
You.
Okay, you're okay. Good. All right. Thank you.
I know you.
That's what I meant. Like I had to do that. Yeah.
All right.
Are you guys anywhere near close to a Giga? Is there any shot at that anytime soon? Are you even like looking towards that? Are you even trying to push that at all?
I don't know that we could even handle that, honestly. Like I mean, so we're in Ohio, right? And I know a lot of the folks that helped with the Giga event in Cincinnati last year. I know the work that went into that. I don't really know that I necessarily want to go that route, but I don't know. I mean, generally we get probably close to 1,000 attended logs, so it's not the biggest mega, but it's definitely not the smallest either. And I think we have a pretty good sized crowd for what we have right now. But who knows? Who knows what the future has? I mean, we're 15 years in, maybe 15 years later, we haven't Giga. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, as long as you're getting it every year, you know, it seems like it's the only reason. It's just it's like 6 hours away from here, isn't it, Jess? 5-6 hours.
It takes me about 4.5 hours to drive.
Yeah. No, it's always like, I mean, I'm going for the first time. It's just every well, first of all, every year I got my kids. That's one of the problems is that this is the first year I actually have my kids, and I flipped it with my ex-wife. But that's been one of the main problems is the kids. I always have my kids with me. So let's talk about the Mega. So it's been going for 15 years. Every year, I'm assuming a theme. I'm assuming it's a different theme every year.
Correct. Yeah. So this year, I don't know if you can see behind us here. It's kind of a medieval sort of theme. I think the banner's cut off a smidge, but so this year our mascot is this lovely raven queen right here. You can see half of. So it's kind of birds of the round table. So the other part of our, aside from theming it every year we have a bird mascot. So last year we had like a chicken, and the year before was a penguin, for example. So it's always birds, and it's always some kind of dressed up bird that fits the theme. So there's kind of a theme. We do campsite decorating that goes with the theme every year. Give away prizes for that because all of our camping's on site. This year, for the first time ever, we're actually doing a themed costume contest as well that he's kind of taking the lead on. So we're just kind of trying to play up the theme a little bit more. Like we've always done a good job with like the campsite decorating in the past, but we want people like really, we had some people dress up in costumes last year. Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, last year was the circus, right?
Yeah. We had some clowns last year.
Oh, so, you had creepy clowns walking around last year?
There was that one real creepy one.
Yeah, there was a creepy one.
Creepy clowns.
I think the year before we did a sci-fi theme, it's kind of like Back to the Future style.
Yes, I have a cup from that. Yeah, we have cups in our kitchen from that. Yeah,
we had Doc was there.
Yeah,
Doc showed up from Back to the Future.
I have a flamingo on my refrigerator, so I don't know when that was from. Like the magnet, isn't that from Midwest Geobash?
Yeah, so the flamingo's kind of our.
There you go. Yeah,
flamingo's kind of our main mascot. He was, they used him years ago back when the event first started, and then we brought him back in 2014 for our Christmas in July year as our main mascot, and he's kind of just been a staple ever since. So we've been using him as our main guy.
Okay.
And not only is like the event themed, but then the caches that get put out for the event on the fairgrounds go with the theme. So they're really fun. So last year for the circus, like you walked out and there was a miniature, like big top tent out in the middle of the woods. And, the year before was, what was the Back to the Future one that opened up? Was that what was that one?
there was like a gadgety kind of one that had like the flames, like kind of like the car taking off down the street from Back to the Future with like the fire behind it or whatever. I can't remember the other. There was another one that people really enjoyed too, but yeah, we have a big group of local cachers that live around where we host our event every year, and they do all the work on those caches, and they just do a great job. So, and I know up until recently, like every year, they recycle those caches every year, but it seems like every time we have the event, they climb like the state of Ohio favorite points caches very quickly. So they do a really good job.
So let's talk about the fairgrounds really quickly. You have it there every year at these fairgrounds. Well, I've passed it many times on the expressway.
Every time we pass, I point out to Scott, look, that's where Geobash
fairgrounds. So it's there every year. Now, the caches are the same caches there every year. Like I know, like new ones get placed, but is there still a grouping of caches there? So if people come every year, are there new caches on the fairgrounds, or are the fairground ones pretty much staying the same every year?
Do you want to take this one?
Well, they generally put out new ones that are tied to the theme
on the fairgrounds.
Yeah, on the fairgrounds, and they rotate the locations around a little bit. This year, probably more so than in the past because there's a construction on the turnpike going on. And they cut all the trees down along the side. So
yeah, we were up there recently.
A lot of new locations.
Yeah, he and I were up there recently doing some planning, and we were kind of shocked. We're like, oh my God, where'd all the trees go? But yeah, I say what do we have, 20 on the fairgrounds?
I believe so.
There's about 20 every year on the fairgrounds that are new each year. So the local cachers, same folks, they archive their old ones sometime in like the May-June timeframe, and the group of them work together to find new locations to put out new ones each year. So the fairgrounds, aside from, I believe there's one cache on the fairgrounds that's a virtual waypoint of a multi-cache that's listed on the fairgrounds. That one's there permanently. The finals, I believe, off the fairground, so it's still a virtual waypoint. But everything else on the fairgrounds is recycled year over year. But in the local area around, there's some, once you get outside the fairgrounds, there's some that get recycled to new caches. And then there's others that have been around for years, like some of the gadget caches, and there's some virtuals, earth caches, things like that are really well liked that stay around. So something for everybody.
And Jesse, you found a lot of them in that area, and you bring your bike. Do you guys recommend bringing a bike there, or is it car? Most of the cache is car accessible. Is it bike accessible? What should be? I know Jesse's brought a bike in the past.
I bring my bike specifically for the fairgrounds because it's so much easier and faster to get around the fairgrounds, get all those caches on bike.
Yeah, I 100% second that. Yeah. I've been there a handful of times, and I would say I would recommend that.
There's the bike trail too.
Yeah, there's also a bike trail in town too that has I can't even tell you how many caches, but there's a lot of caches on the bike trail. There's a lot
of challenge caches on that bike trail too.
That too, yeah.
If you go on the bike trail, bring bug spray. It is very, very buggy on that trail.
Yeah.
All right, and so let's talk about the weekend. Let's get into that. So I don't know if you have this in front of you. I have it in front of me. So do you have your itinerary in front of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start with that. So Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. So Thursday's when the event actually kicks off, right? So we open the gates
to the fairgrounds, I'm assuming, correct?
To the fairgrounds, yep. So Thursday, I believe it's 10 a.m. We say the event's open, come on in, right? And the front gate, we have people there at the front gate welcoming everybody in. People come in, set up their campsites, all that. We open the event store, and then there's really not a whole lot of activities going on Thursday. But what we started doing last year was, since a lot of people come in on Thursday and really we want to kind of ramp up into the weekend, we started a tradition last year, sort of a kickoff party. So last year, funny story, he actually hosted with his local group, GeoMash. It's a local organization here in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, technically. They actually came to Midwest and actually volunteered to serve people ice cream. We kind of turned into an ice cream social kickoff. So we're doing the same thing this year as our kickoff, official kickoff to the event. There's bonfires there, kind of a family friendly, everybody come hang out, enjoy the night kind of thing. Free ice cream while supplies last. I'd say that.
That's Thursday night, is that?
That's Thursday night, yeah. So it's an actual event too. If I forgot to mention that, so we actually have a published event. It's on the north end of the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds is a very large place, so it's on the north end of the fairgrounds. It is GC87 Golf Bravo Tango, and this year it's not JD's local group that's doing it. It's actually a local group that I'm part of in the Cleveland area. Northeast Ohio Geocachers is volunteering to serve the ice cream for us. So another cool partner to help us with that. So should be a good time. That's really the first big thing of the weekend is that kickoff event.
Okay, so that's so really quickly. So before we continue with it, so camping. So are campsites still available for?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about when it is. It's it's the weekend of the 25th, correct?
Sure. I don't know. My issue is I go up there on like Tuesday before everybody else.
It's July 25th to 28th.
Correct.
This year. So what is that? No, that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it'd be 2 weeks from.
It's the weekend after.
2 weeks from this Thursday coming up is when that kickoff party is.
And so are campsites still available?
Yes. So up until Friday, you can go online and purchase campsites through our website at mwgb.org. Campsites currently are $35 for a standard site and $55 for an RV size site, which are a little bit longer.
Sure.
So that's available on our website. And then at the event, we always have camping available. Prices do go up a little bit at the event compared to the pre-sale online price. But if you decide after Friday that you do want to come, you can we have a camping check-in station. When you get there, you can come out and say, hey, you got any campsites? And they'll find an open spot for you and help you get paid. So
okay, right. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. And then you say an event store. Is that where people can come and register or get the registration packets and stuff like that? Or is it an actual store you can buy a t-shirt, a coin, or whatever?
Both. Yeah. So we have our swag sales are closed. We close those at the end of May, so we can get everything ordered. But we do order extra, so we will have things available to sell on site. Okay. And then obviously for the folks that did buy things ahead of time, there's a will call type pickup where you can come pick up your orders you've already paid for. Mm-hmm. And that'll be open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we'll have shirts, coins, you name it, all kinds of cool stuff, path tags, all the normal event type swag. So
Jess, did you order anything?
I didn't this year because I wasn't 100% sure that we were going before the deadline to order. So
you got to hurry up and get stuff if you
we'll have to go and see what's left by the time we get there.
Okay. All right. So moving along. So Friday, let's talk about Friday.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Poker run's your thing. So.
Yeah, poker run's my thing. Yeah, fair enough. All right. So Friday morning. So once everybody kind of gets up and gets going, we have our famous, we like to call it famous Midwest Geobash poker run. Something that we've done every year for as long as I can remember. And this year for the first time, it's an actual geocaching event. So the idea is that you come to the main arena on the fairgrounds, you get a game card, and then your job is to go to 7 different locations around the local area, in the varying towns around the fairgrounds, and collect stickers that are basically playing card, right? So it's actually a barcode sticker that you get, and each barcode corresponds to a playing card, like 2 of hearts, ace of spades, something like that. And when you come back, we scan your card and we tell you what kind of poker hand you get, and then we give away prizes to people with the best and the top 3 best hands, and I believe the worst hand with at least 5 cards to get a prize this year. So
okay.
So they can't go through and try to pick out the best hand as they're going along. They got a barcode that so they don't know what they got until they come back.
Yep. Yeah. So it's funny because all the barcodes have numbers on them. And what people will do is they'll try to find ones that all end in the same numbers. Like they'll get ones that end in 1-4 or 3-7 or
looking
6-2.
for 4 or 5 of a kind kind of a thing.
Yeah. And so people get these ones that are all the same number and they're all different cards and they're all randomized.
Yeah. You use a random number generator and boom.
Yeah. It's all randomized. So
cool.
Yeah, so and there's so like I said, there's prizes for that. There's going to actually be other caches per se to find while you're out there. I don't know if that's going to involve actual permanent caches or adventure labs or what yet. We're still kind of planning that out right now. But there's going to be other smileys you can get while you're out on the trail, and then. In addition to those other 4 prizes, we actually have special edition trackable poker chips that we're giving away to the top 100 hands. So it's a way to get a special edition bash trackable. So
nice,
more fun prizes. So
yeah, okay. And then what about Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night. So we're doing the tinfoil hat party and bonfire. It's another event. It's again on the north side of the fairgrounds where we have our bonfires. Ohio Geocaching. It's a state organization in Ohio based out of Columbus. They're coming up to volunteer and kind of run a tinfoil hat making station. So Jesse, I don't know if you ever made a tinfoil hat?
No.
At Bash? No? Okay. Well, that'll change this year.
No, we won't be there Friday. We'll get there late Friday night.
We'll be there late. Maybe we might make it in time for Area 51.
We'll still be there. That'll be before that.
Area 51 close at? What time is that? Close?
Usually we shut the bars down around 1 a.m. somewhere around there.
So now you got everybody saying bar.
And,
call it what it is, man.
But we kind of it keeps going all night long out there. Basically, usually there's someone. 3 in the morning might see you stragglers still hanging around the fires.
Yeah, it's really just. I mean, you know how all of us cachers are, man. We'll stand there and talk.
Oh yeah, talk for hours. Absolutely.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, Area 51 is the area of the camp, the camping area that's away from everyone else, where you're allowed to stay up all night if you want, and there is no curfew. There's no quiet time.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we always had the big bonfires going all night long too.
Yeah. So all of the nighttime events, it's a good point, Jesse. I'm glad you brought that up. So like all of our evening events and the Sunday morning event are all hosted at that location of the fairgrounds. So they'll all be at the north end of the fairgrounds. If you go to the website, you can see it on the map there. Mm-hmm. And we have bonfires there that are going pretty much all the time. At night, we have family friendly campfires, and then we kind of light them up real big at 10 o'clock at night and get crazy and party all night. So to go with the Area 51 theme, many years ago, when in the old days of the event, everybody made tinfoil hats to protect themselves from the aliens of Area 51, I guess. It kind of took off as a tradition, and it's kind of grown into a big crazy thing, and these hats get crazy. So
no, we might have to do a
helmet.
Yeah, we might have to do an audio recording from Area 51. Maybe Saturday night we'll do one.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear anything.
Oh, we got microphones. That's what microphones are for.
Yeah. Hold it close to your face. Make sure it cancels out all the background noise.
Definitely do some video. Definitely that. Patrons, but
it's a good time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you guys do make it in time for that, like he said, there's really no end time. So the only thing that we have an end time for necessarily is the tinfoil hat party event, and that's just based on like the volunteers that we have. Right, they have a set time that they're giving us their hours, and they're saying, hey, we're going to help people make these hats. We're going to have a party, and then they're raffling off prizes and stuff at that time too. So there's going to be like some coins and stuff that are raffled off, and then after that, we kind of go into the whole Area 51 thing that JD leads for us, and that goes just until everybody kind of just goes home. So we'll be there when you get there. I'll still be awake, unfortunately.
All right. So then Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. So Saturday's the kind of the main day of the mega, right? So anybody that comes, I mean, we have people that day trip, obviously, right? So the mega itself is Saturday. The event store is open. What else do we do on Saturday?
Treasure hunt.
Treasure hunt's the biggest thing. That's another kind of tradition that we have that started a long time ago. We actually have a dirt horse arena on the north end of the fairgrounds, and we actually bury treasure in there. And we sell tickets for people to come in with a metal detector and dig up buried treasure for a chance to win prizes. And every player gets a guaranteed prize. I don't think I have my prize with me. It's a trackable tag that you're digging up in the dirt.
It looks like this year's event T-shirt.
And it looks like the T-shirts. So it's a T-shirt shaped aluminum tag with a tracking number on the back.
Jesse, you didn't dig a tag up when you were there all those years?
Did I do what?
You never did this? You never dug a tag up when you were
No.
there? No?
Do you own a metal detector?
Actually, yes.
We supply all the metal detectors.
We do own one though.
You don't need to bring your own. We have plenty. So that's our game on Saturday. The exact hours of that I think are online, but I want to say it's like 11 to 2 or something like that on Saturday. When you dig up your tag, they scan it and tell you if you're an instant winner. You could win something like a GPS or a tablet or something right on site there. And then there's also a raffle ticket in there. So at our closing ceremony later in the day, we'll actually draw raffle tickets for other prizes too. It's like a second chance drawing. So we give away a ton of prizes for the treasure hunt. So
does that cost money or is that free?
It does cost. So we sell tickets for $5 a piece.
Okay.
And we sold a bunch online as like pre-sale items, but we have some set aside for each day of the event this year. So when the event store is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have some to sell as well. But there's we only do 750 of those, so it's kind of a limited number of those. So,
okay.
But they will be available. So,
okay, so that's going on.
So that's going on. Mid morning, 1 o'clock. Ends at 1 o'clock or so. We have a silent auction, which is we have a ton of volunteer support and a ton of attendee support for our event. A lot of people donate stuff, and we have a huge silent auction, tons of tables. People donate coins and cash containers, all kinds of stuff, and then you can come in, write your bid down on a sheet, and see what you win. So.
Is there vendors there, by the way?
There are vendors. Yeah. So vendors are going to be there Friday and Saturday from 2 to 7. We have a whole aisle of vendors in our main arena. It's a giant fair arena. If you've ever been to a state fair or anything like that. So the whole west side of the building is all vendor tables from one end of the building to the other.
Okay.
So what else is Saturday?
The medieval party is Saturday.
That's Saturday night.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You want to talk about that? I can't think of anything else.
It's closing ceremony.
Yeah, closing ceremony is probably the other thing on Saturday. Aside from the vendors, there's obviously coin and path tag trading in the middle of the arena there, and then we have our closing ceremonies. So we gather everybody in the main arena. We do out front. We do a group photo with the drone. So we fly a drone way up above everybody and get a big group picture.
What time is that at? Do you know what time that's at?
That is at 6 o'clock, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's to be 6 o'clock on Saturday, and then immediately after we do the closing ceremony in the building right next door.
Mm-hmm.
So, closing ceremony, we give away a ton of prizes.
Is that what the raffle tickets are for?
That's what the raffle tickets are for the second chance for the treasure hunt. We announce our winners of our campsite decorating contest for anybody that decorates a campsite. We give away prizes. We do a geocacher bingo thing throughout the weekend. So you can fill out a bingo sheet like you do at other mega events and stuff like that. I think that's about it. Oh, and then we do announce our theme for the upcoming year as well at that. So if you're planning on coming back in 2020, you'll know what our theme and our mascot and everything is for the following year there. So, yeah. So then after that, that's kind of the end of the mega per se, is the closing ceremony there. But then obviously Saturday night we still have Area 51 again. Every night we have Area 51, and then this year we're doing something new. You're kind of running.
Yeah, we're doing this year costume contest for the King and Queen of Area 51. So we're gonna anybody wants to dress up for that can do it. We'll have the crowd vote about 9:30ish.
Yeah.
And soon the King and Queen are over the age of 21. They will be the ones opening the bar at 10 o'clock.
And it's what is it? So it's best, like, what is it, like best themed costume, right?
Yeah.
It's like crowd vote.
Yeah, the crowd
best,
vote.
best
Is it a
themed
medieval
costume.
theme? Is that the theme? I mean,
The medieval theme.
the theme is a big raven. So, like, is it a medieval theme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a knight costume just to spoil it.
Behind the bar, so it's like
You don't have a costume? You gotta have something.
I'll probably rig up something, but I don't know what it'll be yet. But.
I got a shirt.
I got a t-shirt. Yeah. So, and then I know we're same thing as like the other Area 51 events. We're raffling off some prizes.
Yeah.
So we'll have some special edition coins and stuff to give away all throughout the weekend. There's just a lot of we give away a ton of stuff, man.
Yeah.
We really do.
No, people like free swag. Trust me.
Yeah, they do.
One thing I want to talk about real quick is you brought it up in the not in the show notes, but you brought it up before the show was something that we're going to preview only on the show, an exclusive on this show.
Yeah. So we are actually, so this is the first time we're doing this. We partnered with snagthetag.com.
Sure.
And we're going to run a special Snag the Tag game. It's a Midwest Geobash Snag the Tag game that will run from maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The tags are published around the local area during the event week. So that'll be from, I believe, the 24th through the 27th. And for those of you that haven't done it yet, your goal is to find a game piece and you can bring it back to the event and redeem it for a coin. And it's a special edition of our event coin that you can get just at the event this year. Yeah. So
Snag the Tag. Yes. We've had them on this show. They're
very cool. So it'll be, it's the first time we're doing it. We're hoping that, it's something really fun for folks to do. And maybe we can do something bigger next year.
And is there a vicinity of where it's going to be? Is it going to be around the fairgrounds? Is it going to?
We haven't really figured out the exact area yet. General idea is that it's going to be between the fairgrounds and the city right next door to the fairgrounds. So it'll be probably all within 5 or 6 miles of the fairgrounds.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Good to know, man. I got to change my cords on my Snag the Tag. That means.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And about how many will there be? 100?
40. There's gonna be 40. There's gonna be 40
Oh.
tags. So it's gonna be about.
We're still
10.
good.
Yeah. So it'll be about.
It's not many.
The plan right now is that obviously I'm new to this. So I'm hoping this works out the way I hope. But we're hoping to do about 10 a day, Wednesday through Saturday, and have a redemption on Saturday afternoon where everybody can come and redeem their stuff. So hopefully it works out that way. That's my plan. So we're learning together, but
it's a really ingenious idea. It's kind of a game within the game kind of a thing. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm just glad we can. It's just something new that we're doing this year. You know, give something for people, more activities, right? Like,
no, it seems like it would be tailor made for a
Yeah.
mega event. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely.
exactly.
And what about Adventure Labs? I know you touched on it. Adventure Labs or anything like that, or
Yeah,
caches.
we're gonna have a ton of them. We actually, so yeah, this is something that not a lot of people know right now either. But we're actually doing 5 different sets of Adventure Labs.
Oh, good Lord!
Wow.
So there's gonna be plenty for people to find. I can tell you now that 3 of them are going to be based at the fairgrounds. We have a team out of Pittsburgh that is creating 2 sets of like gadgety, cool kind of cache containers and medieval themed stuff that are going to be based at the fairgrounds. Those were a huge hit last year. They did like some themed adventure labs last year for us, and it was a huge hit. So they're doing it again. And then there's another one that's going to be in the city of Wasion. That's kind of right next door to the fairgrounds. There's going to be another one in the fairgrounds of some type, and then the other one I believe is somehow associated with the poker run. So still trying to figure out exactly all the details on that. I got like a week to figure it out. So so I have some work to do apparently, but we're getting there.
Okay, that's great. So there are going to be some of those there. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, so we've gotten through Saturday and the medieval party.
Yeah.
Area 51 going till all hours of the morning.
Yes, sir.
And then Sunday morning, the dreaded Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Yes.
That's by the time we get to Sunday morning, I'm done. So I've been there for 6 days already. I'm trying to go to sleep. Yeah. So Sunday morning, we are hosting. This is going to be the second year in a row that we're doing this. We have, again, so each one of our events is hosted by a different group of cachers, right? And the Allegheny Rangers are going to be hosting a pancake breakfast on the fairgrounds, North End again, up by the bonfires, giving away free pancakes. And the Allegheny Rangers are actually the group of cachers that host Allegheny State Park Geobash. So they're good friends of ours, and they've been hosting a pancake breakfast at their event for years. And I attended it, and I thought it was a great idea, so I asked them to come do it at ours. And they for whatever reason, agreed to get up early Sunday morning and give out pancakes.
Give out pancakes.
Yeah. So they're doing that, pancakes while supplies last. And the idea of that is pretty much just to get people up, hopefully get them awake, and they can start packing up their campsite and get the heck out of town.
Get them out.
Yeah. Or counter to that is the folks that are so inclined can stay and help me pack things up so that I can go home. So
what time is the pancake breakfast at?
Pancake breakfast starts at 7 a.m. It's 7 to 9 on Sunday.
7 to 9.
I don't know why I made it 7. Maybe we should do 8. I don't know what I'm doing. 9. 9's a good time.
11.
Let's just get up at noon. Anyway, as of right now,
pancake brunch is what it is.
Pancake brunch. Yeah, it's scheduled for 7. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts now that you said that, though. So.
And no Cedo on Sunday. The club clean up. Really, no Cedo. Or
no,
so, not allowing it.
No, we haven't. We did that a few years ago, and the area that we cleaned really didn't really need a Cedo, you know. And we've been trying for a couple years to really find a time and a place that really could use something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, we haven't really found a good location. We talked about the bike trail earlier, and we thought about doing a cleanup on the bike trail, but you know, there's mosquitoes, and it's pretty well cleaned to begin with because it runs right through the middle of the city. The city does a great job. The city's it's a great city. But I don't know. We haven't found a good spot for it yet, and we also really haven't found anybody that's come to us. Like, so all these other events, people have come to us and said, "Hey, we want to do this. Can we do this for you?" And we say, absolutely, you can be our main people for that, you know? So no, we haven't had anybody that's done that. We don't really have a time in the schedule that really fits it. Right. So as soon as we're done with that pancake breakfast, we go right into teardown mode, and I'm ready to go home.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, I guess if somebody wanted to do it, yeah, I don't mind.
That's a pretty interesting weekend. It sounds like it's a full weekend for you guys.
Yeah, it's busy. It's a good time.
And how long have you been in charge of it?
So this will be my, oh God, I got involved in 2017 full time.
A couple years.
Yeah. So I was a volunteer like for a long time before that, and I had a chance to do more and get more involved, and said sure. And now look at me. So
Okay.
good time.
Let's bring Jesse back into this. Jesse.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Is there anything else going on in town that weekend? I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I went into town to get some caches, and their downtown was actually blocked off because there was like a block party or band or something.
Wasion Homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, that's not happening this year because he and I were just up there 2 weeks ago, and it already happened.
Okay.
So yeah, we were going there to plan out some lab caches and some other caches and stuff, and yeah, lo and behold, downtown's completely blocked off. So that was a thing. Yeah. So no, I don't think there's anything else going on. That's really the biggest thing that we run into is occasionally that runs up at the same time as our event. And that I think that happened last year as well, but it's not happening this year, so should be good.
All right. So Jesse, you've been there. You've been there more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times.
That's correct.
Is it a good event? I know they're on the show right now, so you're going to say yes. Is it?
No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. It's actually one of my favorite events. I like the fact that it is in the same place every year because you know what to expect. You know your way around the fairgrounds. You know your way around the town. You know, I mean, Scott, it's just like you and I going up to Wisconsin to the
West Bend.
Thank you. To West Bend Geobash every year. It's the same thing. You know where you're going. You know what to expect. And every year, in my opinion, anyway, like it's different because of the different themes. Just like that, the area caches around there are really good, just like up there. You know, they're fun, they're creative, there's lots of challenges because people keep coming back. People keep putting out more and more caches. So, and this year there's some new geo art there, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that dachshund. I was looking out there. I was like, ooh, that looks like a fun little geo
I know
art.
that's on the list. I know
that's my Sunday.
And I was looking at some of the mystery questions, and it's like, hey, Scott could even do this one.
Yeah, the Team Doxy, the people that put those out, they're actually part of the group that hides our fairgrounds caches. So they're local in the area there, and they've done a great job for years. So hopefully you guys enjoy those ones too. So
no, it should be fun. No, we look forward to it. You know,
they're on my list too. I haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Do you even get the cache this weekend? Do you even get the cache over the weekend at all, or you just?
I get the ones in the fairgrounds. That's about it. So
pick away out. We go up there to work on stuff.
Yeah, and they get published a little bit early. So as he and I go up and do like setup and things like that, or I get there Monday or Tuesday of the event week before anybody else gets there. So sometimes I have the fairgrounds to myself, and I kind of just drive around and get them real quick. That's really about it, though.
and all the caches on the fairground, like there's all the icons for the most part. All the icons are there. Like too. There's always a new Where I Go. There's multis. There's puzzles. Is there going to be a night cache this year?
I believe so.
Usually,
yeah, we usually have at least one night cache. Yeah. I know that they were having, like he was talking about earlier, we were having some difficulties because of the construction and the way things changed. So there's actually a handful of multis this year, which is kind of different. Usually we only have like 1 or 2, but I think there's like 3 or 4 or 5 or puzzle ones. I don't know. It's a little bit different this year than what it's been in the past. But I do believe that there's a night cache supposedly that's going to be there.
And they're still working on the woods too because of all the weather problems.
Yeah, and there's a ton of water up there. We've got a lot of rain. Oh my goodness. And then I know that there's talks of one of those mob cache things where we have to get a handful of people together. We've had one of those for the past couple of years. So yeah, there's like you said, there's all kinds of different icons. So there's plenty to do.
Speaking of, what is the weather supposed to be for the weekend in Ohio?
Very hot.
Hopefully good, I would hope. Hopefully no rain.
Yeah. That was on Facebook. Somebody posted on Facebook and actually scared the heck out of me. They said National Weather Service says that area of Ohio has a moderate risk of excessive heat until the end of July.
It's okay, and there's no rain. You just don't want rain.
That heat is brutal up there. We had, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, we had like a string of 90+ degree days. 3 years ago. Oh, it was the worst. Like everybody like went home on like Saturday. They were like, I'm done. I'm out of here. So
it wasn't like there was a major storm called for like Sunday morning something too.
Yeah.
I can imagine camping in a tent with 95 degrees at night.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, I think at night it only got down to like 78 or 80. Yeah. It was like sticky, man. It was bad.
Right, yeah, you can't sleep in there. I mean, yeah, good, but that's about
last year was fantastic, man. It was like 70 all week.
Holy cow. Last year was perfect.
Yeah, and it was like it went down to like the 50s at night. I was like, man, I don't even need this. It was
brutal getting up in the morning. I remember that.
Yeah, we had to wear sweatpants.
You guys would melt in Houston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is there a 5.5 on the campground?
Or 5.5. I haven't even thought of that. No, there's not.
There's not 5.5. So the difficulty terrains are not all on the campground.
No,
on the fairgrounds. You can't.
No, we can't fit 81. We can only fit 30.
Pretty flat part of Ohio too.
That's true. Yeah, it is like it's out in like the northern farm country part of the state, man. It's pretty flat, but I mean, there's all over the town and all around the area. There's a really big mix of caches.
Yep.
Challenge caches make up a lot of DTs. And some of them really aren't that complex either. Some of them are kind of weird, like the things that you wouldn't even think that you would necessarily do. Like there's a NASCAR challenge, I think.
Yeah,
that one was really hard to prove that you qualified for.
Yeah, I think they all have challenge checkers now.
The NASCAR one.
Yeah,
the NASCAR one's like you have to have caches with like 24 and 88 for like NASCAR drivers in the GC code or something. So
that's not too difficult.
No, it was at the time back in like 2014 when I did it. It was really hard to find all those caches.
Yeah, but now you can actually.
Now there's checkers. I think.
Yeah, don't they? Yeah, no, it should be easier.
Yeah, the Project GC made that so much easier. Oh my god, I don't know how I lived before that, but anyway. Yeah, long story short, there's plenty to do. If you're looking for DTs, there's all kinds of stuff.
There's a virtual, there's earth caches.
Yeah,
there's everything there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So there's a virtual chest. I didn't get that virtual.
I don't think so.
No, we've been close to that area. I never got that.
There's a brand new one.
Is there?
Oh,
yeah, one of the locals.
Like a 2.0.
No, it's one of the 1.0
1.0
awards. So he. Handyman and Fam. He's a local. It's actually one of the organizers. Russ, one of the other organizers with me, was awarded one of the original virtual rewards. It put out a really cool virtual in the downtown area of the town next to the fairgrounds. So,
someone in the chat room says Zapped by Zimmerman is a good gadget cache.
It is. I can vouch for that.
Jess, Zapped by Zimmerman.
I haven't done that one.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, maybe.
It's black and has lightning bolts on it.
No, I don't think I've done that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Is that on the fairgrounds or is it just?
It's not. It's the fairgrounds are just north of the turnpike, and if you go a little bit south and a little bit to the southeast, the city is Wauseon, and there's a whole bunch of caches in Wauseon. And that's where that is. So that's where like the Walmart and all the other stuff is. So it's down there by all the restaurants and all the food and Walmart.
Okay. Well, it's got to have a Walmart. Come on, it's Ohio.
Got to have a Walmart. Yeah.
So only 339 favorite points.
What does?
Zapped at Zimmerman.
339 favorite points.
Yes.
Wow, Jesse, you didn't get that one.
I'm trying to find it right now. I
like get the high favorite cache.
I probably did. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
I'm looking because I know I did go for all the high favorites. Oh yeah, I did find it.
Nice.
Just don't remember.
I have I seriously have the worst memory. I've only found 11,000 something caches.
What's the GC on that shit?
The GC on that is GC N as in Nancy, R as in Red, T as in Tango, 6.
Zap by Zimmerman is what it's called. All right, boys. Well, thank you so much. For doing
Oh, I totally remember this one.
Oh,
this was a
that's
good
good.
one.
Yeah.
Now that I
That's
see
a
it.
good
Oh,
time.
you do approve.
Yes, absolutely. It was a good one.
All right. Boys, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
I look forward to coming and enjoying my weekend in Ohio in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Midwest Geobash.
I
Finally.
hope you guys come find me.
No, I will. I'll look for you. Where will you be? Will you be you'll be behind tape, or will you be
I'll have a golf cart because, like she said, it's a big fairground. So I gotta get all around. So you'll see me on a golf cart. I'll be wearing this hat.
I'll jump in front of the golf carts. No
There
problem.
you go.
Mhm.
I'll look for you. Oh, and Area 51, you'll find both of us there. Just come look for us. We'll be there.
Wait, really quickly, is
Sure.
booze for sale or is it BYOB?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, talk
Thank
about that.
you. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, we didn't get there.
The way we do this is every year we design a special T-shirt and PAF tag. This is last year, so we had the Freak Show bar last year.
Uh-huh.
So we designed a special shirt and PAF tag, and we open up a volunteer sign up for a Friends with Benefit program. And in order to get the T-shirt or the tag, or the T-shirt and the tag, you donate either alcohol, beer, wine, or service hours. So everything's donated. So about on Friday nights, right about 9:30 or so, we start checking IDs. You have to have your ID with you if you're going to drink, even if you're like 100.
Really?
Yeah, we have the cops there and everything to cover us.
I have a full gray beard. You're gonna ID. You're gonna really check my ID.
Yeah. So we do that. We check your ID. You get a bracelet with 5 pull tabs on it.
Mhm.
And on Friday night, that will get you 5 shots from the bar for free.
Uh-huh.
And then on Saturday night, that'll get you. We have one of the reviewers from down south, Monkey Brad. He's running a bar,
Uh-huh.
and his bar it's 2 tabs per shot because they're a little bit stronger. And the other bar we have is craft beer and wine from people bring from all over their areas,
Uh-huh.
and that's just 1 tab get you a drink there.
Okay.
And you get a souvenir shot glass with the logo on it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys know Brad, by the way? Brad Simmons.
I do not.
Did you guys go to Woodstock? He's the
Uh,
guy. He's the guy that's always up on stage at Woodstock wearing the kilt,
Mm.
Okay.
and he's
Mhm.
got like the long hair. So, but the reason I'm bringing this up is he's a riot. He's a hoot. And if you guys are there Saturday night at Area 51, you'll have a good time. He makes sure you have a good time. So
See, so people can bring booze.
they can, yeah. So the whole time, so in your campsite, you're allowed to drink in your campsite. Obviously, don't drink and drive, right? Even around the fairgrounds, you're not really supposed to have open containers anywhere outside of your campsite, right?
Mhm.
Area 51, obviously, you're allowed to BYOB there. People bring their own drinks, pull up a chair at the fires, and sit there with their friends and have a drink at night. And then, like he said, we also have our fun time Area 51 where we'll give out some free drinks to folks that are of legal age.
Mhm.
They want to partake in the Area 51 bar and the bar festivities there. So
But you cannot buy a beer from you guys.
you cannot.
It's
No,
not that. Okay.
nothing's for sale. It's
Okay.
all free of charge as long as you have your ID.
Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure everybody knows what
Yes,
they're
sir.
walking into. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, guys, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for being on the show. I look forward to meeting
Absolutely.
both of you. I will seek you both out. I promise.
Very good.
Jesse or Chad, any other questions for these guys before we say go?
No, can't wait.
Yeah, we'll be there. This will be Jesse's inaugural Area 51. She's been going there for 5 years. She's never stayed a Friday or Saturday night. So
It'll be a good time.
Yep.
I'm gonna need to get up there one year.
yeah, you gotta come on. Yeah, you say that every year. Yeah, it's about
I know.
with all the Midwest megas.
There's always other stuff that's like popping up that I got to do this, and my wife limits me to what I can do. So
Mine's the same way. I understand.
Same way, you're running a mega.
and before that, I went to so many other things, and now I am so limited. In
this is it. You're done for the year. That's it.
You spend so much time on this. There's no going caching. There's no West Bend. It's like, yeah, it's just this.
Right.
So,
all right,
we'll
guys.
see.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us, guys.
Right, no worries. All right, guys. I'm going to close the show here. Please join us again next week as we take your calls live every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, right here at the Geocaching Podcast. The archived video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on most of your favorite podcatchers. Hey, if you like the show, please head on over to Apple iTunes and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, please subscribe to the show on YouTube, and don't forget to click that little bell when you get notified when we go live. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter for updates on upcoming shows and general geocaching information. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra videos, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachely, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Huds Body Company, and Practical Geocaching. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week. Talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. We are clear. There you go. All right, the audio is done, guys. All right, you can talk again, guys. Thank you. Everybody who's still in the chat room, thank you so much. Next week, we are continuing with our mega month. We are talking about mega survival guides. So if you've never been to a mega before, you're absolutely going to want to see next week's show because it's going to we're going to tell you how to survive a mega, all the tips and tricks, pro tips for a mega. So want to watch that, guys. So thank you everybody who came today. And I know it's an off day, so I appreciate everybody who came on a Tuesday. Sorry guys, it's the championship. My son's in the championship game tomorrow. Kids come first. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
My days are going to be so screwed up the rest of the week.
So I apologize, guys. But you know what? My damn kid made it to the championship. I apologize. So we will talk to you guys next week, talking about the mega survival guide. You don't want to miss it, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. To our guests, the Midwest Geobash guys, we've got On a Boat, and we've got JD. What is your caching name? Shaved Ewok, the greatest.
How could you forget that?
Get that name. So, guys, thank you so much for being on the show tonight, and we will talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much.